opens up with Gold Roger, who is being executed by the Marines. He's called King of the Pirates.
Last speech, his last words mark the great pirate era. So everyone goes on to find his treasure, the One Piece. He tells everyone about him, but he is then executed and killed. Then we move on to Fushia Village, where we meet a young boy named Luffy, Monkey D. Luffy. He scarred himself under the eye to prove his bravery. His mentor Shanks had a devil fruit, Gum Fruit. When you eat a devil fruit, you cannot swim anymore. You will be cursed, but you can also get good powers. The Gum Fruit has rubber powers like Mr. Fantastic. Luffy was hungry, he accidentally ate it. Then Shanks gave him his iconic straw hat that Goldie Roger used to wear. Thanks to him to give him when he's become a great pirate. Then Luffy moved on to a ship where he met a young pink-haired boy named Kobe who was being captured by Obita. He should become a Marine, an admiral. Luffy's going to become the king of the pirates. Then they beat Obita, go to Shellstown, meet Helmeppo, meet X and Morgan, meet Zoro. Zoro is also called a demon at that time. They get Zoro on the team. There they meet a orange girl named Nami. And Luffy, with teamwork, beats Buggy. They go to the island of strange animals, where they meet Gaimon and lots of strange animals. Gaimon had lots of treasures up there. He was stuck in a treasure chest. Luffy finds no treasure, but they're empty all. They try to leave they go to Zero Village, where they meet Usopp. He's a sniper. A girl named Kaya, whose butler is trying to kill her so he can get all the money. But Usopp and the other Straw Hats save Kaya and beat up the pirates. Then they get a new ship, the Going Merry. Then they move on to Baratia. They're all hungry. They meet Sanji. Luffy wants Sanji as his cook. They meet Don Krieg, a pirate who defends on his weapons. Luffy defeats him. Mihawk comes in, the great swordsman. Zoro challenges, absolutely obliterates him with a butter knife. Zoro lost, gets a scar on his chest. Nami betrays the crew, get the ship, and leave for the money. They all go to Nami, track Nami. They go to Arlong Park. Nami was only stealing so she can get the money and give Arlong out so he can leave his word. Arlong doesn't keep his promise. A rat guy comes in. Nami beats the rat guy. Zoro beats the fishman. Like everyone beats someone, and Luffy beats Arlong, and then Nami's on the crew. They go to Locktown, the birthplace and dead place of Goldie Roger, to get supplies, but they're interrupted by a guy named Smoker, who has the Logia fruit that allows him to become a smoke, and you cannot punch him, and unless you have Haki. Then they meet Monkey D. Dragon, Luffy's father, but Luffy does not know that. Luffy's father saves him, and Smoker gets scared. A huge wind comes up, and they all go to the ship, and then they're around at the reverse mountain. They get eaten by a whale. Inside the whale, there's Master Roshi. Like Crocus, and he was Goldie Roger's doctor. He gives them a compass so they can track the islands to go to Laughdale, the island where the One Piece is. Then they encounter two agents, Mr. Nine, Miss Wednesday, and they go to Whiskey Peak. Everyone treats the Straw Hat Pirate well, but at night they betray them. Zoro knows about them. They're bounty hunters, so Zoro hurts all of them. But Luffy wakes up. Luffy is misunderstood that Zoro kills them for no reason. So Luffy and Zoro fight. Mr. 5, Miss One, and Zoro 5 gets stopped by Nami. They go to Little Garden, and now they have Vivi, who's the princess of the Alabasta Kingdom, and is corrupted by the leader, so she joined the organization. Then they go to Little Garden. They meet some giants, dinosaurs. We see Mr. 3 and Miss Golden Weed. Mr. 3 has the fruit that allows him to turn anything into wax. Miss Golden Weed, she can paint anything. She doesn't have a devil fruit. She uses some mushrooms. Giants get hostage. Giants are fighting. Dory and Rocky, they've been fighting for so long they don't even know what they're fighting for. Zoro, Nami, and Vivi all are captured by Mr. 3. Luffy is also hypnotized by Miss Golden Weed. And then Usopp and Karoo, Duck saves them. And they defeat Mr. 5 and Miss Valentine again. They come here like Team Rocket from Pokemon. And then they move on to Drum Island. Nami's sick. They met a witch named Dr. Kuruya. She's over 100 years old, 100 plus. Then they meet a reindeer who has a blue nose and was abandoned by his family due to having a blue nose. The deer eats a devil fruit that turned him into a human. So the deer is now a human and a deer at the same time. His name is Twin Chopper. His master was poisoned by Chopper accidentally because Chopper doesn't know. They beat this corrupt king named Wappo. Luffy beats him. Wappo has a munch fruit which allows him to eat anything. They go to Alabasta. Luffy gets beat up by Crocodile 3 times. Almost gets killed. Luffy meets his brother Ace. They do a chase with Smoker. They meet lots of agents, Mr. 1, 2, 3, everyone. Then they go on to overthrow him. Luffy beats him. Crocodile has a sand fruit, so Luffy cannot beat him. Luffy uses his own blood to beat him. And they save this kingdom. They go on for the next journey. Nico Robin, who is Missile Sunday, has a flower fruit, joins Straw Hats pirates, and go to Jaya. They meet Bellamy, who has a spring fruit. They mock him. He mocks the Straw Hat. They ignore him. They meet Blackbeard, who tells him about to achieve their dream. Then they go on to. Then Luffy challenges Bellamy. He defeats him with one punch. They go on to Sky Island, where there's a god, and Luffy beats the Enel. Enel gets shocked. Enel is the god who has thunder power. Luffy's made of rubber that counters it. They go to they ring a bell of gold, laying on Long Lane, do a wrestling match, wins against this guy named Foxy. Then they move on to Water 7, Nico Robin surrenders herself, meet Frankie. Luffy and Usopp does a battle because Usopp doesn't want to get rid of the ship that Going Merry. But Luffy's worried that if they sail on it, they will sink again. Usopp leaves the crew. Usopp, after his match with Luffy, Usopp gets a new personality, Sogeking, King of Snipers. They go on to save Nico Robin. They go on to top of the building. Luffy goes gear 2, beats Blueno. Luffy goes gear 3, fights Rob Lucci. Then they go on to Turtle Bark, where they meet some zombies and goats. Nami, Usopp, and Chopper all gets kidnapped. They meet Hogbag, a doctor like Penguin. And from DC, Frankie, Zoro, Sanji, Luffy, everyone, and Nico Robin all goes on. And they meet a talking skeleton named Brook, whose shadow was stolen by Gecko Moria. He has a fruit that allows him to steal people's shadow. His entire zombie knight creatures and knights of zombies. Knights, zombies, Captain John, everyone, and a battle against the Straw Hat Pirates. They all beat them. Luffy goes on to fight the Gecko Moria. Luffy's shadow gets stolen and placed inside of an ancient giant, which is kept inside of freezer. Luffy gets like 1,000 shadows inside him. He turns into Nightmare Luffy. He beats Gecko Moria. Then after this, he gets his shadow back, and everyone's shadows are gotten back, including Brook. And Brook now joins the crew. Then Akuma, a warlord of the sea, just like Mihawk and Crocodile, comes and beats everyone up. He's about to get Luffy, but Zoro stops him, and Zoro sacrifices himself to absorb all the Luffy's pain, and nothing happened. The Luffy's all good. They go on to Sabaody Archipelago. We meet lots of pirates like Basil Hawkins, Trafalgar Law, Kid, Rouge, X-Ray, Kuma appears, and they meet Silver Stray, Roger's right-hand man. Kizaru appears. He beats up everyone, and because his mission is to destroy the Straw Hats, Kuma has the Papa fruit that allows him to send everyone into anywhere in the world. He was sent to another island. His brother Ace is being captured by the Marines, and his brother was captured by Blackbeard, who we met on Jaya. He has a Dark fruit. Luffy goes inside the prison. Luffy goes all the levels. Luffy meets everyone, Buggy, Mr. 3, Mr. 2, like everyone. After that, we go. Mr. 2 had the shapeshift power. They go to the down level. There they meet Ivankov and Crocodile. He's kept inside the prison. Then they all go to do the prison raid. They meet Magellan, who has the Venom fruit. He's the chief warden of the prison. He kills Luffy, but Luffy is revived by Ivankov, who has a Homo fruit. Then they go on to then they are saved by multiple times by Galdino, who uses Vax to counter Venom. Then they go on Vax armor. Luffy gets a new armor, champion candle. Then they beat Magellan, not beat, but they leave it. And Mr. 2, he sacrifices himself multiple times for this, so Luffy can achieve his dream. So they all left and they arrive at the board. The Marines and pirates are doing a team deathmatch. Whitebeard has the earthquake fruit. Whitebeard, not Blackbeard. So Whitebeard goes on to the board to save his child, Ace, but eventually Ace is the child of Goldie Roger. We meet Marco, the Phoenix, who has the Phoenix fruit. We meet Sengoku, who has the Buddha fruit. We meet Akainu, who has the Magma fruit. Aokiji, who Straw has recently faced in Long Land. Kizaru, who has the light fruit from Sabaody. He saves his brother. Galdino was there. He makes a wax key. Luffy opens his handcuffs. Ace's handcuffs. Ace is free. Luffy is about to die. Ace saves him. Ace dies. Kobe stops the war because Whitebeard also died. Ace also died. Their purpose is done, but they're still fighting. Akainu is angry and about to kill Kobe too. But Shanks comes. It stops the war, and they do a funeral of Whitebeard and Ace. Luffy is shocked. He's gonna meet his crew after 2 years. Zoro trains with Mihawk, who trains him. Then crew reunites at Sabaody after 2 years. They go to Fishman Island, destroy some fish. After that, they go to a Punk Hazard. They meet Trafalgar Law. Smoker comes back. They beat Caesar Clown, who has a gas fruit, who is doing experiments on children. Caesar Clown gets captured by Straw Hats. Now Flamingo tries to kill Smoker. but Aokiji comes in and save him, calling Smoker his friend. They go on to Dressrosa, where they do another Broke Force Mafia stuff. Luffy goes on the Gladiators tournament. Ace Fruit has a tournament. Whoever can win gets Ace Fruit. Luffy and Ace are brothers, and they also have a third brother named Sabo, who comes in, and Luffy's shocked. They meet Bartolomeo, who has the Barrier Fruit, who helps Luffy. Sabo gets the Fire Fruit. He gets Gear 4. After Gear 4, he destroys John Flamingos. Fujitora, an Admiral arrives who has the Gravity Fruit, who lets Straw escape. He's a blind man. They go on to Zou. On Zou, they met lots of Minx tribe, who always gets like hostage, slaved by Jack, a person with the Mammoth Fruit, working for Kaido. The Zou is in jungle on top of a giant elephant named Zunisha. Zunisha defeats Jack. Sanji leaves with Capone Page, who was the other guy of Sabaody. Then they go to Whole Cake Island, where Sanji is reunited with his family. Drama 66 who is partnering a deal with the Big Mom. She has the spirit. They all get away from the Whole Cake Island after getting Sanji back. They go to Wano, get some samurais up. We learn about Odin, a great samurai that pierced Kaido, a dragon, and a dragonfish type from Magikarp from Pokemon. They go on to fight Kaido. Luffy lost like 3 times again. They meet the Beast Pirates, Queen, King, Jack, thrown in a prison where he meets Kid. He meets Caribou, who he also met on Sabaody and Fishman Island. He has a Swamp Fruit. Big Mom comes into this place after being tricked by Chopper. Prison breaks, they all get freed. They get beat up by Kaido, but they still put a fight. Zoro, everyone, the first generation, they all team up to fight Kaido. However, Kaido still beats all of them. Kaido and Big Mom, they create an alliance. And Kaido beats Luffy like multiple times. CP0 agents come in, the new one. CP0, not CP9. CP0 Gunarika. This guy is very strong. He has some great ability. He does not use no food. He was ordered by the 5 elders. These old people ordered him to kill Monkey D. Luffy. Luffy gets killed. Kaido kills Gunarika too because he hated that he interrupted his fight. Then Luffy, after dying, awakens and becomes a Joy Boy due to his fruit, and Sun God Nika appears. And it's revealed that Luffy does not have the rubber fruit. He has the Sun God Nika fruit. Zunisha also appears, realizing Joy Boy. Joy Boy is the ancient guy. He was the first pirate ever. Luffy easily turned into a Looney Tunes character, destroys Kaido. And they go on to Egghead. The crew depart. Trafalgar Law goes to another side. Kid goes to another side. Luffy goes to another side. And the alliance is broken. Trafalgar Law meets Blackbeard. It was Trafalgar Law, and they had a good fight. But Kid goes to Shanks. Shanks destroys Kid's one arm is missing, so Shanks was responsible for that. Shanks defeats Kid with 1 slash. Luffy goes to the future island Egghead, where they meet Bonnie, daughter of Kuma. Kuma has a tragic past. He was enslaved by Sadran, one of the elders. He was put in a tournament, God Valley tournament, where all the pirates were there, like Garb, Goldie, Roger, Whitebeard. Everyone came. Roxy, Zebek, Kaido, Big Mom. Roxy Zebek is a mysterious person who has the best pirate crew ever. I'm talking about like Captain John. I'm talking about Whitebeard, Kaido, Big Mom, Shiki. Golden Knight Shiki is another strong pirate that escaped from Impel Down. The first person to escape from Impel Down. Ivankov was also a child at that time. Ivankov was trying to eat a devil fruit, dragon fruit that Kaido has. Big Mom came in, young Big Mom. She stole it. Kuma ate his fruit, the Pawpaw fruit that gave him the power that he has. His entire life, and has to turn into a robot. Saturn, so he forgets his memories. This whole stuff was done by Dr. Vegapunk, which Luffy met. Rob Lucci comes in. We go on to Hachinosu, where Kobe is captured by Blackbeard, and Aokiji is working for Blackbeard. And then they go on to Garp comes in, saves Kobe, gets killed again. Prona, she was working with Gekko Moria, comes in because Gekko Moria is also locked by Blackbeard, and she saves Kobe and Gekko Moria. Kizaru and Luffy fight. Luffy uses Gear 5 to fight Kizaru. They go on an epic brawl. Saturn comes in, the elder. Kuma comes in, he punches Saturn. New elders arrive, everything happens. Emmet comes in, new giant warrior pirates come in. And Emmet comes in, who is an ancient robot, who is powered by Joy Boy. And Joy Boy, when Luffy becomes Gear 5, he gets powered up. Emmet untie a knot, which releases Joy Boy Haki, that Joy Boy storing him in the Void Century 900 years ago. All the elders are now like transfer bats. Emmet dies, and the Straw Hats with giant warrior pods, and Elbaf, here we come.